Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For the cheapest coins anywhere, check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZERK for 5% off your order. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
Hey guys, I'm going to be going over the top 10 most needed players in Madden 24. These are not necessarily the best player at their position or the most expensive, but really the best value for what they give you. Now, I do want to give a shout out to BX Rob for being a part of the Nota Gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn notification bell on, and comment down below. Nota Gang. Also, guys, today we do have the College Football National Championship on here very soon, and we also have NBA. If you guys want to check out Underdog Fantasy, you can use code ZERK to double your first deposit up to $100, and of course, we have the NFL playoffs this weekend. Follow me over on Twitter for my picks. And if you guys sign up right now before Wednesday, you will get this LeBron James 0.5 point special using code ZERK, but no matter what, when you guys are watching this video, if you sign up using code ZERK, you'll get a 0.5 points or 0.5 yard special on Underdog Fantasy. All right, guys. So let's get into this. The top 10 most needed players in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. Now, as I said, these are not necessarily going to be the best player at their position, but truly the best value and a couple of other things like Charles Cross. Now, here is the thing. Can you guys get away with using Charles Cross as your starting left tackle right now? In my personal opinion, I think you can. I really feel like offensive linemen this year, especially due to the lack of really abilities needed on them, like you don't need edge protector this year. I don't really feel like you need to be using defensive abilities in terms of pass rushing, like edge threat, edge threat elite, whatever. There's not really a big need for it. It's not that effective. So to be honest, I think you can get away right now with using this 89 overall Charles Cross as your left tackle, but even if you're not going to use him, pick him up for 40,000 coins and throw him in at backup. And you might say, well, why would I do that? That is because of the motivator chemistry boost that you do get for your halfbacks, fullbacks, right and left tackles. You get +1 to agility. And then when you guys upgrade him with training, you also get a juke move, a run block finesse, and a pass block finesse as well. So I do feel like Charles Cross right now, because of those upgrades that you do get for your running backs, your tackles, your fullback, 40,000 coins. I mean, come on, you need this card. And the same thing goes with Creed Humphrey, Country Strong. Again, could you use him as your starting center? In my personal opinion, I think you really can. But in terms of boost, QB, center, right guard, left guard, you get his strength, and then the throw power, of course, is really nice to have in your QB, and a run block power, pass block power as well. So without a doubt, I think those two players are two very, very necessary players to have on your team right now. You can get them for 100,000 coins combined. I think every team should have those two players. Next up, quarterback. Now, I will tell you guys right now, there are a lot of good QBs in the game, a ton of good QBs right now. There are really like a handful, I would say, of maybe 5 to 6 quarterbacks that a lot of people will say, this is my favorite QB in the game, and they're very, very usable, which is a great thing. Now, in my personal opinion, I'll tell you guys right now, I think the best QB in the game by far and away is William Perry, because the stack that you're able to get, he has the best release in the game, he is a tank, he's really, really fast, he is the best QB in the game. But in terms of most needed, well, for a third of the price, you can get Andrew Luck. And Luck is still able to get the very, very good stack of gift wrapped, gunslinger, and set feet lead for 6 AP for 300k. And then he also does have 89 speed, 94 throw power, good accuracies, and he has traditional 4 release. For those of you guys that don't know, traditional 4 is the best release in the game. It is the Lamar Jackson release. Again, the release that William Perry has, and he's 1,000,000+ coins. So in my personal opinion, I just think because of the value of Andrew Luck, I would say probably pick up Andrew Luck over William Perry for the price, unless, of course, you guys are balling, then hey, go pick up William Perry. Next up, we have definitely the best tight end in the game right now, the only 94 speed tight end in the game, and he's only 300k, guys. That'd be Vernon Davis. 94 speed, 91 excel, great route running, 93, 91, 93, amazing after the catch, 93 juke, 90 break tackle, 90 change of direction, and he can truck. Overall, this is just the best tight end in the game, and for only 300k to get the best player at their position, I think you got to do it. Up next, we have a running back. And I think at running back, in my personal opinion, I feel like the top two running backs in the game, Derrick Henry is an absolute monster, and Peyton Hillis is an absolute monster, right? Both of those guys, mostly in due part to their X factors, make them so expensive. Peyton Hillis is 94 overall, is currently 2 million coins, and Derrick Henry is 1.3. And again, this is not necessarily the best player at their position. This is which players are the most valuable, the most necessary. And I think Ricky Williams, again, for a third of the price, a quarter of the price, I definitely think he is more worth it. 94 speed, 92 excel, 400,000 coins, 91 juke, 93 trucking, 92 break tackle. This card, 230 pounds, is very, very good. And again, in terms of abilities on him, he still gets running back apprentice right there for 1 AP. You can rock out with that. I do think that Ricky Williams, in terms of the price of him, is the best running back in the game. Up next, I'm gonna go with Randy Moss. Now, some of you guys might be like, okay, this is a 600,000 coin card, so why do you have Randy Moss on this list over some other wide receivers? Well, here's the big thing about Randy Moss and why I think he's absolutely worth the 600,000 coins and why you guys should definitely go pick him up if you need a wide receiver. Number one, he is 95 speed and he's 6'4", okay? This card's crazy. It's Randy Moss, 93 juke move, 93 spin move, 90 break tackle. This is a really, really good card. Now, as I said, though, he's going for 600K. Well, Randy Moss, guys, is an LTD. What does that mean? He is always going to, at minimum, have a quick sale value of 350,000 coins, which means that he is always going to be selling for around 400,000 coins. And as I've preached to you guys over the years, these limiteds, with the quick sale value, if a player gets down to around their quick sale value, they are definitely worth a pickup. Now, normally, so I would say that if a player is around 425, 430, 450,000 coins, it's a great short-term rental. Well, Randy Moss is one of the best wide receivers currently in the game, and he's only 600,000 coins, and at absolute, maximum, essentially, here with Randy Moss, you are going to lose 250,000 coins, and he's still going to be one of the best wide receivers in the game for quite a while. So I think this is a necessity pickup for a lot of teams right now to get one of the best wide receivers in the game for, not a super cheap rental, quote unquote, but at most 250,000 coin loss, and he's still going to be selling for 400, 450K in like a month or so. So again, in terms of value, I definitely think that Randy is the best wide receiver that you guys should be picking up. After that, onto the defense side of the ball, let's talk some defense, and I'm going to go with Harold Carmichael. I love this card. He is only about 400,000 coins or even cheaper on Xbox, 6'8" as a user with 93 agility, 94 change of direction, 95 jumping, 93 speed, 90 acceleration. This card just moves really well. If you guys have user on him, he moves really, really well. He has 90 block shed, 93 man, 93 zone coverage. He can really do it all. A sensational user card, which is where I would recommend you guys use him. Of course, he does get that 0 AP lurk artist ability as well right here for 0 AP. Flat zone KO for 1. Harold Carmichael, I think you gotta have him on your team. Now, if we're talking about some cornerbacks, though, that you guys should have out there, I think Tariq Woolen is probably the best corner for his price. Now, obviously, I think the top two corners in the game right now, it's not even close, are Champ Bailey and cornerback Randy Moss, but again, they are so much more expensive than a card like Tariq Woolen, who is 6'4" with 94 speed, 93 excel, 94 man, 94 zone, 94 press. I think he's definitely the third best cornerback in the game out there, and again, for the value of him, I think everybody should have him on their team. Now, I know that we have quite a few really, really good safeties out there in the game right now, and Jack Tatum, of course, you have Julius Pepper, strong safety, but even for the 800,000 coins, I will tell you guys this, I think Bo Jackson is still worth that price. This card is absolutely amazing. Again, he is a limited. He quick sells for 350,000 coins, being 800K in comparison to Randy Moss, though, at only 600K. Obviously, it's a lot more expensive, but 94 speed, 95 excel, 95 agility. He also does have 93 man, 93 zone, 90 block shed, 95 hit power. I mean, this card's just absolutely ridiculous. And then, as you guys can see, he does get deep in zone KO right there for 1 AP, pick artist for 0 AP. Even for 800K, in my opinion, I think he's worth every coin. And the final player that I want to bring up to you guys is going to be David Bakhtiari. This one may kind of surprise you guys, but yes, defensive end David Bakhtiari going about 240,000 coins on Xbox. And why do I like this card so much? That would be because of this right here, 1 AP inside stuff. Now, if you guys are like me, I personally like to use a inside stuff on my team to try to slow down the run game. And in terms of all of the players in the entire game right now, they get inside stuff discounted. He is actually the fastest player in the game, and he's still 310 pounds, the fastest player on the D line that gets inside stuff for 1 AP. And he's only 240k, 87 speed, 89 excel, has 94 strength, has 93 block shed, and 93 power move. I absolutely think every single team out there that likes an inside stuff like myself, you should be using David Bakhtiari on the interior. But with that being said, guys, those are my top 10 most needed players currently in Madden 24. I know we have a lot of content coming up this upcoming week with the playoff promo, with Season 4, the competitive pass. You know, there's going to be a lot of new players that maybe likely will be better value, but I thought this would be a fun video to do. I definitely have done a lot of these videos in the past, but I've kind of gone away from them. If you guys want to see me come back and start doing more videos like this, like top 10 players in the game, top 10 players at a certain position, whatever, I can definitely come back and start doing more lists like this. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, and of course hit that sub button down below, and let me know down below some other players that you guys think are also very, very needed for their value. And if you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.